Good morning. And on the Encounter's behalf, welcome everybody. My name is Mark Danner. I'm an international security consultant working in conflict regions of Africa. And I will moderate today's event with Rose Busingye. Rose is the founder and director of Meeting Point International, a Ugandan NGO serving families and communities affected by HIV/AIDS, poverty, displacement. And she's devoted her life to affirming the dignity and the value of every person. And before we begin our conversation, she'd like to share with us a short video. If you could key that up.
The first meeting with the Father Giussani was in the lift. So he gave me an appointment because they had told him that I was going to see him. I had only 2 questions. How could God come also for me? And how can God become flesh of my flesh? While he was explaining, he grabbed my hand saying, I'm a value. That is why God came for me. It is as if my world that I built, the perception of myself, the perception of things, the perception of eating and drinking was at that time as if everything was roaring down. I felt I was myself. I felt I was not defined by anything. And I wanted that every human being should be really told what he is. And I wanted only at least one. If one could feel this way, it would be my success. And this is how Meeting Point started.
In 1997, I was abducted by the rebel in northern Uganda.
Rebel started when I was very young. I grew in the war.
The first place of my attack was my own home area.
I never knew that I was pregnant. They raped me already. I am pregnant.
When I came back, life became so hard. When I pass, people point at me. They talk about me. And my name, Agnes, it is not my name. My name was Achan Aida. I changed this name with that, knowing that when I change another name, maybe I'll look different. But all the same, I remain who I am.
The first day I got to meet them, I was really very surprised by what I saw there. I found women who were dancing, who were very happy, who were singing, and I was very shocked. And I was saying, but at least the women I'm going to work with, according to me, they didn't really need any help. They seemed like they had everything. Instead, it seemed like I'm the one who needed the help from them.
I found them, they were making beads, they are making sweater, they are sharing idea, they are in 10 groups, they were very happy. Then for me, I said, maybe when I join these people, also I will be happy. Auntie Rose told me, Katie, you have a value. But the value Auntie Rose was telling me, I don't understand. What is the value? I never hear about the value.
I hear that word and I pick that word up to now. I didn't lose that word again.
This is what is happening with our women. They are moved because they are revealed that they have a value. And they live and they make others live.
So our children, they were going in different schools. Teachers, they can abuse our children. You are a rebel. Your mother is a rebel. Your mother is a HIV positive. We put Auntie Rose down. Said, Auntie Rose, they are abusing our children. They are not going to study. We need the school.
I said, no, I want a hospital. They said, no. You will educate a doctor, you will educate a nurse. We want a school. We want our children to study while discovering what we have discovered. I told them, I have no money. Then they said, okay, if it is a problem of money, we shall show you.
We start talking. Let's start make some beads. We give her to take it where she can sell for us. You bring 10, I bring 10, that one bring like this. We surprise Auntie Rose, we make the bead a lot. We put in front of Auntie Rose, we said, this is our money for school.
They started crushing stones, making necklaces, which they sold to AFC people, AFC Italy. And the primary we built together. They would bring stones, I bring cement. They would bring sand, I bring the iron sheets.
I was called to go to the primary school since there's a need for a teacher of English. Having been a student, a former student of Luigi Giussani High School, I knew that it's only possible to educate a child through a relationship. I knew that the children I would face are the same children from the slums where I grew up from, so I would easily relate to their lives, knowing that education is the only hope for most children from the slum, including myself.
Now at school, everything which I like at school is like at school is my home. It takes care of me. They don't beat people.
The teachers are like our parents.
And it is a very beautiful school. It makes me happy.
The way we handle students, the way we teachers are being handled and approached are completely different. To be a good educator, I need to be educated first. In a sense that I am not even scared to be educated by my students.
Be aware of yourself. You are made for greatness. We should let out this greatness in ourselves by being who we are meant to be.
Not about the money and all that. It's really wants to show that everyone is unique, everyone is priceless.
And this is all found at Luigi.
So it is my responsibility as a teacher to find out what is happening in the life of this child. Because the reason why that child walks all the way from home to come to school is because there is a gaze that is ready waiting for me. A gaze that is ready to support me every day.
I have just one desire, that everyone who comes here, including myself, discover the meaning of themselves. Because without this discovery, nothing can blossom.
How Father Giussani treated me, I wanted also the women to be treated that way. I wanted the children to be treated that way. I wanted the teachers to be treated that way. The desire is I want it to be like a chain. All a wave of the lake, coming to home, home to school, school to home. This is what I want. From a mother to a teacher, from a teacher to a mother to a child.
I have some children in my house. They are not my children, but I have them. I'm carrying them as Auntie Rose was breastfeeding me. I'm also breastfeeding them. They don't have a family. Now I am their family.
The question I remain with, even up to now, sometimes I still ask myself, who am I? Someone to pick you from nowhere to bring you where you are right now. That question remains in me.
You have to know that you are there like a gift. I wish I'm the one who have the key for heart for everyone. I was I was like, go and open everyone and put that seed there in your heart so that you know that you have value.
To my surprise, I'm happy. This is what I was not expecting in my life. The value I have, it is greater than sickness. It is greater than poverty. I'm happy and free.
For us, our success is seeing a child smile, a woman smile. Though he's sick, though he's dying, I would love that every human being that comes here, yellow, red, black, and what, I would want that he discovers that is a value, that is important.
Wow. That was a very moving and beautiful video. And I know that there is much joy and happiness, but at the same time, your story and that of the women of Meeting Point at times is quite agonizing for me to read about what they've experienced, the violence, the betrayals, the hunger. I want to better understand how they've learned to forgive, how they've learned to stand in front of even, as you were telling me earlier, death. Right now, even today. How can they pardon? What have they discovered that has allowed them to face circumstances that seem so frightening? It's on.
I think what happened to me is really a revolution. Not only a revolution, but I think my life mutated. It's not something that I am when I'm happy, only happy, or I am when I'm crying. It's something that put my life upside down in a beautiful way. Because I see the sheen. When Father Giussani was telling me, Rose, because when I went to him, I had those two questions. I don't know how to pray. I sin. I fall down. And he grabbed my hand. He told me, Rose, even if you are the only human being on earth, God could have come all the same. Then he stopped, said, no, God doesn't come on earth for a gang of men. In front of God, every human being is unique. For you, he came. For you, he had no coin that is enough to buy your life. You are so precious, you are so important that not even the banks can buy you. He had to buy you with his own blood. For you, he went to the cross. He rose, penetrating time and space, penetrating you. And he will be with you till the end of time, so that your nothingness may not get lost. In this, my life was gaining that beauty, that density that I couldn't think before. It was something that, and it is, because when Father Giussani was explaining, his eyes was full of tears, as if he was going to get me to make me understand this. Mm-hmm. And really, there are moments that I thought, if this man can look at me like that, what about God? I wanted to see God immediately. But that moment, whether the table of Father Giussani was black or yellow, I don't know. The curtains of his office, but his eyes. And the way he was grabbing me, my hand, telling you, Rose, you are important. It's a mutation of life that nobody will remove from me. The remaining was, I wish every human being could encounter this man. I wish. In fact, this is where Meeting Point started from. Because I didn't want so many people, at least I wanted one to understand or to encounter those eyes of Father Giussani. But for me, those eyes were as if they were consigning with the eyes of God, because it was impossible. It was something that for me, growing, when my mother is telling me, pray the rosary and I sleep. When they say, our Father, I say, Hail Mary. And I thought the God was for my mother and my brothers who finished the rosary. But when Father Giussani was telling me, for you, he came. And he will be with you till the end of time. But the mutation, I say, is to say, he penetrated my flesh. This is, when I first heard about it, it was as if it is an abomination, because my life was so poor, so weak, even now. But that he continues to enter my life and stays with me. Many times when I feel him, my legs tremble, because I feel I am me, who haven't managed really to pray. I pray, then the mind goes over where. So, but it happens like that he entered my life as weak, so that my life can be illuminated with this infinite value, beyond failures, beyond even success. The only thing is really, I wish if every human being could perceive this. It would be another world. Before, the women were not understanding, as you heard about it. And I went into crisis, because I was telling them they have a value, take the medicine. The medicine, they were throwing them into the dustbin. I went into crisis, and Father Giussani withdrew me again. I stayed in Milan for 6 months, while he was really telling me, this value is you, Rose. It's not that you wait for others to understand. And I thought I had understood by head. It had not yet really become one with my life. But when I finished those 6 months, I really came back to Uganda, and with women, it is like a plane that is taking off. In fact, I had made them T-shirts and of the photo of Icarus. And as I explained, Icarus went to made the wings with wax. Then he reached the sun, then he fell down and died. Then when I came back, they gave me my T-shirts. Here is your T-shirts. We don't want to fly and fall down like how Icarus did. We want something that lasts, that never falls down. They had made their T-shirts with Peter and John going to the tomb. Somehow I got a bit annoyed. I was the boss. I told them, I bought the T-shirts, and it was my idea. So they could have. But that is where I really understood how something was happening to them. And that is how they began to be, I call them the mad ones, because they are very free, that when they reach in the road, they stop the cars and they pass. For them, they go as a battalion. I wanted to show you the 2 photos because when I was, I think this last month, we had the problems because I had thought, now my women are taking drugs, they are no longer dying. Now, when they announced that we didn't have any aid from USAID, some went to the hospitals and they failed to get the drugs. Especially men, they came back and they kept quiet. And I discovered when it was about 3 weeks without taking drugs, the virus had become so violent and aggressive. And in that moment, I said, now I'm going to use whatever I have to save them. Right. There is Doreen and Ambrose. I had to pay a lot in the intensive care, but I was just like me. I want to save them. At the end, they died. We were just there mourning, and in Africa, the tradition says, when you are mourning, you don't dance. So we were there, we were not dancing, we were sad. At a certain moment, a group of women entered, and they were dancing and singing, pulling a goat. Then I asked them, why are you dancing? They said, for us, we have discovered even the meaning of death. There is nothing that defines us. Whether we die or live, we shall always win with our value, with our meaning. And we all got up. And you can imagine how they are always waking me from sleep. In fact, instead of me teaching them, they are teaching me how to live. They are teaching me to wake up to the reality that inside the reality, whether suffering, death, our dramas, there is something that happens inside our dramas, inside our sufferings, that we take everything, even our sufferings, but as a weight for something to save us. And something comes in to challenge this, to challenge and illuminate the infinite value that we wouldn't even, the situation that we would think you cannot escape, is impossible, something enters, like the women, how they entered. And this illuminated what we called something that is impossible and became possible.
In the US, we have so many who suffer psychological illness, trauma, and we have a big business with therapy and doctors. You don't have therapists working with these women and these children, and yet somehow their trauma is given a different meaning.
Yes.
How does that work? That you don't need all the drugs and all that we use here.
It works. It works because none is a drama. You are not a drama. You are not problems you are facing. Yes, you have problems. You have psychological problems. You are sick. You are dying, but you are not death. You are not sickness. You are greater than death. You are greater than your drama. It's that we tell each one of us that none is defined by his or her drama, her sufferings, her sickness, not even death. There is something that has entered our drama, our sickness, and exalts it and redeems it. When Father Giussani was telling me, your value, your life is greater than the universe. It's not because I was really a superwoman or superman. But he was telling me that each human being is greater than what he can imagine. And for us, I tell you, there is a lady who came to my office. He told me, my husband betrayed me. I came to know when he's dead. He was taking antiretroviral drugs, and he didn't tell me. So I want to die. Give me something that I die. So I told her, okay, come with me. I will give you. Because I thought maybe if I tell her that I'm going to give, she was going to somebody else. So I said, come, I will give you. I took her where we were having women who were learning songs and dances. And when we reached there, by chance, they were playing with the drums, her own traditional dance, and they were making mistakes. So she was very annoyed. No, my tradition don't dance like that. They don't beat the drum like that. I said, go there and help. She went there and she was helping, but with the face rigid and so on. But when they made a mistake, a bit of the smile, then she would cover up. I told her, make the steps how they are how they should be. She was making the steps, but the face had begun to relax. And I told her, the next time you come also tomorrow, maybe next week I will prepare the medicine. She stayed 3 days, 1 week, Then she never asked me of any medicine. And then she told me, you know, when I die, on my tomb, you write the song that I like so much, and tell the people that I'm not dead. I'm there dancing. So you can imagine when you hear the sound of the drum, the sound of the music, the heart vibrates, especially our drum. But every music, if one listens, the heart doesn't go on. Another example, is a lady that she tested positive, and she told me, Rose, don't tell anybody that I'm HIV positive. In fact, she registered from another center, but while meeting at our place. So a day came when people from Germany came from the University of Eichstätt, 10 students and 3 professors. So that morning they were visiting us, and there is a professor who came with a white linen shirt, a German professor. After dancing, sweating, where I work, when it rains, there is mud. When it doesn't rain, there is dust. So after sweating, they were dancing. Women talked as they talk. Then I saw the little Tina, very short like me, but thinner than me. She came marching, and she went directly to the professor, the elegant professor. And she faced him and said, "Excuse me, sir, are you free?" This one was looking at him, at her, looking at her. He didn't know what this woman was talking about. Then she was challenging him. Me, yes, I'm free. I'm free. You know, my husband died a month ago, and I'm taking the medicine. It is not working. She was taking a type of the medicine, nevirapine, that she was reacting on it, and she was developing rashes on her body, and she was saying, "Look at me. I may die tomorrow, but I'm free." My son went to the exercise of club, and they told him that I'm a dwelling where the mystery stays. This is my identity. I am free. I'm free. And you, are you free? This professor, I think he didn't understand, I think. But I was saying, this exercise, I was there myself. Why didn't I reach also like a boasting, like Tina,
right.
also this morning, saying, even me, there's somebody dwelling in me. There is a presence that is making me. It's a method of life that really you understand that even in this instant that we are here, if there was no presence that is present now, none of us wouldn't be existing. It's something, it's a revolution that happens to all of us, that without it, none of us would be living now, breathing now. It's not something that when we preach it, it's true, but something that happens. There is a song, Aconteceu, I like it, because it tells us that it happened and is happening now. For the big one, for the small one, for the young ones, for the poor, for the sick. And it's the one that exalting us, illuminating our infinite value beyond success, beyond even failures. And for me, what happened to me is not a day of happiness, a day of what? It's something, it's forever. I cry with it, I fall down with it, I suffer with it, it's there. Because without it, there is no meaning of life, no meaning of eating. I tell you a funny example. When I wake up knowing that he wakes me up, when I put down my legs, I know I'm breathing. So somebody has been waking over me. When I go down, I take coffee in a beautiful way. When I go in the road, sometimes they always say, you are driving slowly, give us that car, we drive for you. They hoot for me, and many times you are getting nervous that somebody, but when I look at that one shouting at me, and I remember that there is a presence also making him, though without him knowing, I smile. And smiling to somebody is disarming. Because when I smile to them, you see that they are making me the way and they are making go. But it's not mocking him. It's something that is happening to me and is happening to him, though he's shouting at me. It's not easy, but it is the truth of reality and the truth of me.
We just have a few minutes.
Yes.
I'm told we don't have any minutes.
It's okay.
We can ask questions afterwards. Rose's book is available at the book table. She'll be available for book signing afterwards. It's an extraordinary book that I want to read every day, as I was telling you earlier, every day to start my day reading this book. That will be at 11:30. You'll be signing
Okay.
the books. Well, please join me in thanking Rose.